Alright, greetings, salutations, how are y'all? Because we're from Texas, we say y'all. This is Chris McKee in beautiful, historic downtown San Antonio, Texas, at our historic downtown Alamo Music Center. You can find us here, 2 brick-and-mortar stores to serve you in San Antonio on the northwest side of Babcock, where you'll normally find me, and downtown San Antonio, just a few steps from the Riverwalk. We are family owned for 4 generations, the oldest music store in Texas, and we are here to serve you with the best brands and service you can find. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. You can also find us at the normal places like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and right here on YouTube, where I'm going to ask you to subscribe to our videos so you can get the latest and greatest guitars, pianos, and other instruments that we bring you. Today we have a new model from Martin Guitars that they just released at Summer NAMM for the spring. This is part of their X series, which is a line of very budget-friendly Martin guitars that are manufactured in their Mexico plant. These offer a lot of value, a lot of bang for the buck. They're Martin guitars. They're manufactured with excellent fit and finish, attention to detail, Martin's great designs. And this new model that's come out offers some real nice pizzazz to go along with that. So this is their GPCX2AE, which is their grand performing model with a cutaway in the X line. The 2 in that stands for the Sapele top, which we'll get to in a little bit, and acoustic electric, of course. The back and sides of this are unique to this new guitar in that they are HPL, high pressure laminate, with Macassar ebony grain. This is a beautiful tone wood, which we'll talk a little bit about more, but let's talk about some of the specs first of all. In the X series line, you get a Martin guitar for under $1,000. For the latest in pricing, go to our website, alamomusic.com, because pricing is subject to change. But this guitar is very, very budget friendly. What you get with this guitar is a solid top. In this case, it's Sapele. You get their A-frame bracing, and in the GP model, the Grand Performance model, it's scalloped bracing, and its stablemate, which is a Dreadnought, it is non-scalloped. So they've actually removed some of the material in the bracing in order to make it a bit more resonant, allow the top to move a bit more while still having that structural rigidity that it needs. You get an acoustic electric pickup from Fishman. It's the solid tone pickup in this, and you've got right here in the sound hole, right at your fingertips, controls for the volume and tone. So it's unobtrusive and out of the way. You don't have a big hole cut in the side up here for a preamp. Access to your 9-volt battery is down here in the lower bout, along with the connection for the 1/4-inch cable. Right in, so it's very gig friendly. The materials that are used on this are very eco-conscious, so they're FSC certified guitars. That means they're using sustainable materials in order to manufacture these. So it's good for the environment, which is always a plus. Sapele, this solid piece of wood, is an African tone wood, often called African mahogany. Now the reason it's called that, it's not a true mahogany, but it looks a lot like mahogany does, and it has a tonal characteristic similar to mahogany, which is generally a very focused, mid-range, rich tone, but in the case of Sapele, it's got a little bit more on the high end, a bit more treble to it than mahogany usually does. When used as a top wood like this, which you'll hear in a little bit, you've got a less brilliance and volume than you'd have with a spruce top. Instead, it's a more focused tone, very mid-rich, with a bit of a dampening effect, so kind of a natural compression. When you lay into it, you get a really nice kind of focused response out of it, which is really noticeable in the GP body size because of the tighter waist. Martin has chosen to use their very popular Performing Artist neck on this guitar, which consists of a 1 3/4-inch nut and the low oval profile taper. A high performance taper is what they're calling it now. You have the Macassar ebony laminate up here on the headstock overlay, and then again the back and sides are high pressure laminate. This is a material that Martin's been using since the mid-90s on this series, and it's basically a laminate material that is eco-conscious, and they can provide some beautiful outstanding finishes on it. It's very resilient. It's not going to be subject to temperature and humidity changes as much, and in this case the Macassar grain just pops. Macassar ebony has been a very popular tone wood as of late. Taylor's been using it on their presentation series recently. I own a custom guitar with Macassar ebony back and sides. It's beautiful tonally, but it's also striking with the figure that you get. This varied kind of stripy grain between dark blacks and chocolates and lighter browns and greens is just absolutely gorgeous. And what's neat about it is that in this case, the X Series comes with this laminate Stratobond neck where it's laminated pieces of birch, and it complements the back and sides really, really well. The coloring and the variation almost make it look like it's the same grain not used on the back and sides going up the neck. So I'm a fan of that. It's pretty cool looking. You have a Richlite fingerboard and Richlite bridge finishing things out. This is a man-made material. It's not wood, but it wears very, very well. And so for hand feel, it feels a lot like ebony, and it has that beautiful uniform black appearance that so many love. So we're going to put this through its paces so you can hear what it sounds like. If you'd like to experience this guitar in person, feel free to visit one of our stores. Give us a call or email us, and we'd love to tell you more about it.